Peace, power, prosperity. Everybody feeling out there? How we feeling? Let me know how my audio is. Of course, the music's loud, but let me know how my audio's coming through. Let me know if it's coming through clearly. Let me know if there's any feedback. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in and tapping in right now. Oh, okay, so they ain't got me blackballed today, huh, Miss Hardy Gemini? I ain't blackballed today, huh? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. We'll give it a couple of minutes to let people tune in and tap in while I roll up. We got a couple days out before the holiday festivities start. I hope everybody is in high spirits. You know, we might as well get the roll call going. 11:11, right on time. Right on time. Right on time. Like I said, we might as well get the roll call started. Okay, I sound a little far. Hold on. Let me check the audio. Hold on. Make sure the audio is clear. Yeah, so I like this. How does my audio sound now? Any different? Is my audio any different right now? I apologize for the technical difficulties too. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Let me know how my audio is coming through right now. Let me know if it's any clearer, any better. Let me know if anything changed. I really don't know what's going on. Let me see. Let me see. Something's not going right. All right, hold on. So it's better now? It is better? It is better? Audio's good again? Is it clear though? That's what I want to know. Is it really clear? I want to know, is it clear? Like real clear? Or is it not real clear? Somebody give me some feedback. Let me know how it sounds before we get the ball rolling. Somebody give me some feedback. Let me know how I'm coming through right now. I'm clear? I can turn the music up now? We can put the music back on? Let me know if we can get back to rocking. Let me know if we can get back to it. I need feedback on both ends. Okay, so we coming through clearly now? All right, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Hey, you say crank that shit up, huh? Crank it up, time to flame up. Hey, I appreciate everybody that's tuning in and tapping in for this New Money Matrix, New Money Mondays, Coffee and Crypto with myself, formerly known as the Bitcoin Block Bully, now elevated to Natoshi Stackamoto. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in and tapping in for this early rising show, even though it's a little bit late in the afternoon now. But let me do a roll call real quick. Let me know where y'all checking in and tuning in from this fine Monday morning. Where y'all tapping in from? Also, just so you do know, the page is public right now. So if y'all can, just show support. Tag at least 2 or 3 friends. Everybody that's on Instagram right now, if you got somebody that you fuck with that you think needs to be over here and hear this information, tag them right now. Tag them right now. Let me know who you think needs to be over here and needs to hear this information. While we go through our roll call, we got Brooklyn, New York in the house. We got Los Angeles in the building. What's going on? We got Los Angeles in the building. Montgomery, Alabama in the building. Come on, let me know where y'all tapping in from. Go ahead and send this out. Share this out. Share this out with your community. That's what I want you to do. Share it out with your community. Get everybody over here you can. Get everybody over here you can. We got Norfolk, VA in the building. We got St. Louis in the building. Okay, we got Chicago in the building. Big shout out. Salute, salute. We got Chicago in the building. I appreciate you tuning in. We got Dayton, Ohio in the building. What's going on? Peace. Hey, we got Boston in the building. We got Chicago in the building. We got Elizabeth City, North Carolina in the building. Boston in the building. Ottawa, Canada is in the building. Hey, look, we got West London in the building. Memphis, Tennessee is in the house. The DMV is in the house. Pennsylvania checking in. Big Queens, New York is checking in. We got Louisville, Kentucky checking in. Miami is in the building. What's going on? What's going on? Polo, what's the word? Peace, peace, peace. Hey, like I said, if you're checking in on Instagram right now, right, when I go live, I make my page public. So if you can, please tag 2 or 3 friends, 2 or 3 family members. Whoever you think may need to be over here and hear this information, tag them, get them over here. That way they can hear the Bitcoin gospel. You know, we got some good information to bring to y'all today. I want to get as many people over here as I can. Pat and Jalee, what's going on? Peace, peace, peace. New York is in the building. What's going on, Miss Jessie? How's everything going? How's everybody feeling today, man? How's everybody feeling today? Hope everybody woke up in high spirits today, great spirits, right? Woke up on the right side of the bed. We woke up, we breathing, we alive. We on the outside of bars, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some people that wake up every day to a hellhole, you know? I've been there before, where waking up was hard. Like, fuck, man, I don't even want to wake up here. But, you know, not us. Not us. Big shout out to those that are still dealing with that, living through that, having to deal with it. You know? Go ahead and get through your time. Be home soon. But I appreciate everybody that's tuning in and tapping in. Those that are concerned about the welfare of the future of their financial life, financial living, right? What's going on? Crypto Young, and what's the deal? Yeah, if y'all can, tag 1 or 2 friends, man. Tag 1 or 2 friends if you can, or share this out. Either tag a friend or share it out, 1 of the 2. You know, get some support. Let's get some support. Let's get some support over here. We got a couple of stories that we are going to be covering. We got a couple of good stories that we are going to be covering. Hey, I appreciate you, William Mack. I appreciate you. Oakland, California is in the building right now. So we are streaming live right now on Retake. I should be on Retake. Let me actually go take a look and make sure that I am live on Retake. Hold on. Let me make sure that I'm live on Retake. That's my Web3 streaming platform. Let me make sure that my live is going right now. Let me make sure my live is going. Let's see. Where's Fibbo Bully at? Where is Fibbo Bully at? Let me see. Nah, we live. We live. We are live. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I just wanted to make sure that I was live. Just wanted to make sure I was live. So we streaming live right now. Retake. We streaming live on Instagram. We streaming live on YouTube. So I appreciate all parties involved that are tuning in and checking in right now. Yeah. Hey, come on, Crypto Youngin. It's time too. It's time. It's time. Right. The 1%. You got it right, Solano. The 1% in the building. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Because there's a lot of individuals that are missing this information that really need to be getting the information. But hey, it ain't for everybody. It's always going to be a balance in everything, right? The universe is a balanced entity. So it's always going to be a balance, right? So everybody's not going to be over here. But for those that are, I salute you. I salute you. You're the most valuable player. You're the most valuable player in your family right now. And I need y'all to understand that. For those that aren't taking heed to what we're doing right now, what we're dealing with, right? I want you to understand that you are your family's savior. Understand that. When the transition happens, right? Who do you think they're going to fall back on? When the transition happens, who do you think they're going to fall back on? You. So you got to do this for the family, right? Don't be greedy with the information. Don't be greedy with what you get from the information, right? This is to help you and help those around you, your loved ones. You understand? I want y'all to really take heed to that. That's what this is here for. All right? I think you got me blocked. Nah, you're on the live. How would you be blocked? I see you right now. Good day, good day, good day. Yeah, you're on the live right now. I can see you right now. So I appreciate everybody that's tuning in and tapping in, man. Let's take a look real quick. What's going on with the price of BTC? Look at this right here, y'all. On the day of the winter solstice. You see this? We got the winter solstice coming in right now. Hold on, let me make sure. Yep, we got the winter solstice coming in. And on that winter solstice, what are we doing? We're seeing positive price action in the market. We are seeing positive price action in the market. Okay? And it's like one of the other brothers said, I think it was in my class a while back, whereas we're starting to see a flip in the moon cycles. Whereas what was originally the bear moons are turned into bull moons, and what was originally the bull moons are turned into bear moons, right? We're seeing us leave out of a new moon and go into a full moon, where normally in the past the full moons have been the more bearish moons. But as of recently, right, we've seen the the bull moons, which are the new moons, be more bearish. So now we're looking at a flip in a transition. Right? We're looking at a transition. So now what does this mean for price action? What does this mean for Bitcoin? What could Bitcoin do moving forward? In fact, there was a story that I shared on my Instagram page today. I actually need to share it on my other platforms too. I actually need to share it over there. But it was speaking on the possibility of the upcoming Santa rally. And this is something we talk about year in, year out, every year when it comes around. We've seen it, we haven't seen it, we've seen it, we haven't seen it, right? But let me ask you this. Let me ask this question real quick, by a show of hands. If Bitcoin was to make it back to 120,000, right? If we're able to crack past that 100K mark. If we're able to make it up to $120,000. How many of you right now, while we're below 90,000, are in the best position to profit off of that possibility of a $120,000 move? Ice, what's your name on IG, Ice? What's your name on IG? But by a show of hands, how many of y'all are in position if we see that move north? Right? What other platform are you streaming in? I'm streaming on Retake TV, Instagram, and YouTube right now. Family, like I said, if y'all can, Islam, what's going on, Big Pasha? Hey, tag a family and friend. If you're on Instagram, tag a family and friend. Share this out to them. My page is public when I go live. But once again, how many of you are in position, in a favorable position if Bitcoin sees 120? And how many of you are going to be chasing it if we go towards 120, right? I don't want y'all to chase. I don't want y'all to chase. I want y'all to be in some of the best positions you could be in. So let me see who's already in those positions. 313 go getter. Don't look familiar or sound familiar. Hold on, let me try to look you up real quick. 313 underscore go getter. Is it you got to let a D? You got like a D on your thing? How can I buy a Bitcoin for the 2000? Come to class and find out. Class is this Friday. I'll be honest with you. I already showed y'all how to do this shit. I'm just doing it again because nobody paid attention the first time I showed you. I'm really just showing you again. I'm really just no. You're not even following me. It don't say you're blocked. You're not even following me. I don't think. I hit your page. It don't say unblock or anything. But you're not following me. You got one post, 9 followers, but you're following 1,000 people. You're not even following me. Yeah, no, you're not blocked. You're just not following me. That's all. Anyways. Class available in your course? Yeah, it is. It is actually. It is actually. If you want to just get straight to the point, right? You want to get straight to the point, what you would go look for, which this Friday I'm going a little bit more in depth on a couple of different strategies that you can utilize using this one strategy, right? But the one you're looking for is right here, how to open a Bitcoin mortgage, right? Now, for those that want to come out and see this done live this Friday or join virtually, we do have virtual tickets available. But if you're in the Chicagoland area or anywhere close, Indiana, maybe St. Louis, man, come slide to the city. Come tap in with me today after, the holidays. Come tap in with me. Tickets are available right now. We're going to be running for about 5, maybe plus more hours. I'm marking it at 5 hours, but we may go over the 5-hour mark. So just be ready to be, to be in tune and entrenched for a couple of hours. This ain't no 1-2 hour class, you know. And then afterwards, of course, we're going to kick it like it's 1998, right? We're a couple days out of the new year. We can go ahead and get a New Year celebration in early after class. You know? Go ahead and get our New Year celebration in early after class. So for those that are interested, come on, pop out. Come slide on me. Gonna be good food, good drink, good smoke, good vibes, good people, positive people. Right? Nice area. Come pop in with me. Tap in with me. All right, so now let's get back to it. Right? So Bitcoin right now coming in at $89,343. What do we need in order to see? Let me see. Let me actually get something clear. Let me get a brand new chart up here real quick. Let's get something brand new. Let's go look at Kraken real quick. Let's look at Kraken. Let's get whatever we have on Kraken off. And let's just look at this from a daily aspect, right? What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna give y'all a blueprint. Now always remember, I'm gonna start putting this out as first and foremost. This is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. Please don't take this as any type of financial advice. These are my opinions and my opinions alone. Any and everything that I'm telling you could be 100% wrong. Always go do your own due diligence. All right? You always want to do your own due diligence. All right? So now what we're looking at right here, we got Bitcoin. Where are the virtual tickets link at? When you purchase the ticket, you're gonna get the virtual link. If you already purchased, reach out to me if you didn't get it. But now, when you purchase a ticket, right? When you purchase a ticket, you're gonna get the virtual link, and then within 48 hours, you're gonna get the address to where you're gonna pull up. For those that are gonna pull up on me, right? This is an in-person and a virtual class that I'm doing for this end of the year wealth strategy event. Virtual and in person. I advise y'all, if you're close enough, come slide, right? Because the conversations that go on when the cameras go off, hey, you might catch something that you ain't gonna catch on the virtual side. So if you're close enough, come slide on me. You know, tap in, not check in. Come tap in, tune in, right? Take notes. Let me show you how you have a possibility of changing your financial future. All right. All right, all right, all right. So now let's go ahead and get back. All right, so we got Bitcoin, right? What are we looking for if we're looking at Bitcoin to get back to $120,000? What would have to happen? Let's take a look real quick. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create my own roadmap here. All right, I'm gonna create my own roadmap, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm looking for before Bitcoin can see 120. All right. Damn, these little squirrels is all in my ceiling, Joe. I gotta go out and get this stuff fixed on the house. Got squirrels in my ceiling, or raccoons, one of them, squirrels or raccoons. If there's anybody that's on my live right now in the Chicagoland area that takes care of those type of problems, they done put a hole in the side of my crib and went up in the side of the house, and now they all in my walls and shit. But anyways, what we're looking at is Bitcoin right now. In order to see 120, right? I'm gonna tell you what really, really, really has to happen. What really, really, really has to happen. First and foremost, you're not going to see 120 until you can get past your first market here, which is a 23.6% Fibonacci retracement line. If you don't know, I'm using the Fibonacci strategy. I've been using this over the last couple of years. In my humble opinion, it's one of the greatest strategies that you can use because it really marks those pivotal areas that you would want to see price break through in order to see further continuation. So obstacle number one before we see 120 is what? And you can write this down. You can even write these prices down and then come back later and see if it played out the way that I'm looking for it to play out, right? So before we see 120, first obstacle is we need to take out $91,400. Obstacle number one, we need to find support above $91,400. I would like to see positive momentum on the MACD grow once we get above $91,400. I would like to see the BWAP shoot up, right? Meaning that the volatility is going to start kicking in, right? Also, I would love to see RSI above the 50% marker. I would love to see RSI above the 50% marker. Okay, so first and foremost, we need to see a move above $91,400. Now, once we're able to take out the $91,400 level, what I focus on is what is known as the golden ratio. That is between your 38.2 and your 61.8% Fibonacci retracement levels. Now, why are these areas interesting? Because normally in an uptrend, in a reversal from a downtrend, when you're looking to flip it back to an uptrend, these are normally your reversal areas. Because remember how Fibonacci works. Swing high, swing low, right? Swing high, swing low. You can hit any one of these areas before continuing in the original direction of the trend, which the trend is to the downside. So what does that mean? That means that price, right? Price could easily come up, hit 198 to 100,000, and then fail there. It could easily come up, hit 103,400, and fail there. It could easily come up to about 108,777 and fail there. These areas, right, are beautiful profit-taking areas, but until you're able to dominate the last one being your 61.8, you do not look for continuation to the upside, right? Once again, you do not look for continuation to the upside until you're able to take out the 61.8, which is $108,777. Now, from where we currently stand, hitting any one of these marks, you're looking at somewhere around a 9.6 to a 15.5 to somewhere around a 21% gain as a possibility, right? Somewhere around a 20% gain, right? So just the move alone is able to net you something decent. Now, if and only if we're able to take out the 61.8, at that time, I'll look to see continuation to the next markers, right? So that means now we're looking at 116. And really, I'm going to be honest with you. If we're able to take out $116,000 as a high and create support, not even making 120, 120, that's cool. But my thing is, if we're able to get above 116,000, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. That kind of shifts the trend, reverses the current downside. And at that point, if we made it to $120,000, notwithstanding any type of bearish divergence or anything like that, right? I'll be looking at new highs on Bitcoin somewhere between 138,600 to 154,400. So these would be my new targets. These would be my new targets up here. 1, 2, 3. Once again, that's only if we're able to take out the 61.8, knock out the 78.6, and then take out our previous high here. Then I look for continuation here, here, and here. And what I've seen in the past over the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years of doing this, is normally when we take out our previous high right here, I, more so than not, we've been able to make it a 1.1618 retracement. More so than not, right? Once again, y'all, these are my opinions. This is not financial advice. Any and everything that I'm telling you could be 100% wrong. Please go do your own due diligence always. Okay? Now, that's what we're looking for Bitcoin. Now, where does the failure come in? Where do I no longer think that any of this is a pretty good blueprint if you wrote it down and followed along. Where do I think any of this right here could fail? Thank you, Dr. Tony, for dropping that in the chat. Where do I think that, and that's the link for anybody that wants to come to the end of this year's Wealth Strategy event in Chicago, but I do have virtual tickets. But where do I think this fails? Where does this fail? For me, personally, we take out $85,000 again and close below this green line. At that point in time, I'll no longer be looking for this structure to play out. That destroys everything for me, right? In my humble opinion, that destroys everything for me. What is the best crypto wallet you recommend for beginners? The 26th is the date. For beginners, maybe Trust Wallet, just something easy you can download and it's kind of easy to navigate. Trust Wallet. I would start with the Trust Wallet. Personally. Now, we got a couple of stories we're going to cover, right? And I like to see what other communities are being fed by way of information. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with who the Motley crew is or Motley Fool, but they're sharing some information here stating, how Bitcoin could help you retire a millionaire. I want to go through this article and see what type of points they're making. See what I agree with, what I don't agree with. But more so, what are they telling individuals? Because you got to understand, information is colorblind, right? I'm going to say this. Information itself is colorblind, but where it's shared normally is within certain demographics, right? Think about it like this, right? I like Tangible, but that's a hardware wallet, though. That's a hardware wallet, so it's different. He said for beginners. I wouldn't put a beginner on Tangible at all. Not me. Okay, man. Hey, pull up, Coach Ashley. Pull up if you can. So now, this is what I want to say. Damn, what was I just about to say? I was about to say something important. Threw myself off. What was I about to say? Oh, information. That's what I was going into. Information, right? For those that are in Chicago, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm disgusted when I listen to our black radio stations. I'm disgusted with the amount of buffoonery and just like lack of educational conversations that I hear on there. It literally be bullshit ass conversations on our black radio stations in Chicago. Nothing of real seriousness. You get what I'm saying? It be, man, really just I don't even want to use that term, but nigga shit on the radio, Joe. I've never heard them say too much anything of value on these radio stations that we listen to, 92.3 and such. Music, yeah, but the information in between that, Joe, they ain't gonna be talking shit that's gonna help the black community. Motherfuckers say put the guns down in one sentence, and then as soon as they come back from break, play some drill shit. But I'm not even talking about the music though. I'm talking about what they say in between the music, right? You're right, Miss Holmes. I can only speak for Chicago though. I can't speak for nationwide. I can only speak for Chicago. But there's a lot of buffoonery. Just listen. If you've never listened, I'm not talking about the music. Just listen to the conversations in between when they play the music and hear how much bullshit they be talking, Joe. Like straight nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? And excuse my language. But the shit ain't getting us nowhere. Right? So what I try to do is bring y'all information that we're obviously not getting on our side of the tracks. You know what I mean? Is it likely it would go further down first before it goes back to the upside? Nah, if it goes back down before 85, then nah. I think we're grinding out the bottom already. That's the thing. People are like, I wanted to go lower. It's like, man, this motherfucker just grinded out the bottom. Like from 80,000, it's been grinding between, this is the thing, it's grinding between about $85,000 and $91,000, right? I normally tell y'all about accumulation areas, right? In my humble opinion, this is an accumulation area. This is an accumulation area, right? If it fails this, then I'm not looking for upside. But if it stays within this range and breaks to the upside, breaks above it once again and takes out this previous high, I'm looking for that upside potential. So this is the area where you would want to be dollar cost averaging in, trying to acquire, as many Satoshis as possible before you see the move north. See what happens, especially with individuals on the outside looking in, they wait for the move to happen. They want to jump on a moving train, right? What I'm trying to show y'all is that the train has stopped at the station and it's picking up all the smart money down here. It's picking up all the smart money down here at the train station before it moves forward. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'll be trying to show y'all. I'll be trying to show y'all where the train stations is at. It's like whites are being paid to not bring anything. Yeah, it is like they're being paid to not bring anything of value. You get on there and talk some financial shit, hey, you might lose your job or something. I don't know. I think you could tell that they know that they're talking to individuals. I pay attention, right? I'm a critical thinker, speaker, and listener, right? I listen real critically to what comes out of people's mouths. When I'm hearing them saying things like, I don't even want to get on that. Let me just stay on the crypto thing. Anyways, we just need better representation as it relates to news and what we pay attention to, But let's see what they're telling people. Once again, how Bitcoin can help you retire a millionaire. Let's see what they're talking about. It goes on to state that cryptocurrencies have gained significant popularity during the past decade. Millennials and Gen Z investors are more willing than previous generations to incorporate cryptocurrencies into their long-term investment plans. Not tomorrow. See, a lot of times with black folks, they hear about the money being made. It's like, oh man, if I put my money in, will I be able to cash out tomorrow? Will I be able to cash out next week? It's like, bro, y'all really missing the point. I'm going to be honest with you. The way that I teach, I don't even teach cashing out. I teach cashing in, right? I'm trying to get y'all prepared for a digital future. I'm not trying to make y'all a couple of shekels here and there. I'm trying to prepare y'all for a digital future where this may be what backs the medium of exchange and or the medium of exchange itself. So you getting it and then selling it right back for the old money, right? It's like I'm putting you in the door to get the new money, and then you're giving it right back for the old money. After I've showed you how you can get or extract the old money without having to get rid of the new money. I've showed y'all this, right? Once again, I'm going to be going deep. I'm going to be going deep into this strategy this Friday. Everything I'm talking about right now, because people need to understand it. People do not understand it. So I'm taking my time. That's why it's going to be 5+ hours. So I'm going to take my time with this shit this time. Right? So anyways, they say, of course, this probably wouldn't be the case today if it weren't for Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency and the largest by market cap today. Those who bought Bitcoin early and held have enjoyed life-changing returns. Bitcoin's price has increased by a staggering 18,500% during the past decade alone. While it might not be too late for Bitcoin to help you retire a millionaire, it does take some strategy to invest in it responsibly. And they're saying this is what you need to know. Bitcoin's success as digital gold. By a show of hands, how many of y'all look at Bitcoin as digital gold? Show of hands. And if you do, what was the smartest thing you could have did with gold over the past 40, 50 years? Because think about how long gold's been in circulation, the past 100 years, whatever the case may be, right? Think about those that did get in gold early and continue to accumulate up until now. That's the way I want y'all to think about Bitcoin. But just by a show of hands, how many of y'all think Bitcoin is digital gold? Or can be akin to or looked at as digital gold? I'm originally from Chicago, but I live in Atlanta now. It's the same honesty. Hey, I believe it. I believe it's the same. By show of hands, how many of y'all, think Bitcoin is that hedge, that inflation fighter savior? There we go. Okay, I love it. I'm seeing people on the same. We on the same note. We on the same wavelength. All right. Bitcoin's creator, identified by the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, published Bitcoin's white paper in 2008. Bitcoin helped pioneer the concept of a decentralized, secure digital ledger system, right, known as blockchain. Despite Bitcoin's 1.7 trillion market cap, it has less than 500 million in total value locked on its blockchain. That means people aren't using this network very much. In fact, Bitcoin isn't even in the top 10 and pales in comparison to the 121 billion TVL on Ethereum blockchain. And what they're talking about is how many people are using the blockchain, right? Golden Hands, what's going on? You said you attended the Social Strong in. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the support. Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tapping in. Miss Deandra Rose, what's going on, Queen? Peace, peace, peace. Now, it goes on to state. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something real quick before I move on. Hold on. There we go. All right, just wanted to send that out real quick. Anyways, instead, investors primarily value Bitcoin as a scarce digital store of value, like an electronic version of gold. Society has increasingly acknowledged Bitcoin as the leading cryptocurrency, with some corporations beginning to accumulate it, and the U.S. government announcing plans for a strategic Bitcoin reserve earlier this year. How many of you out there have already started your family strategic reserve? By show of hands, how many of you have started building your family Bitcoin reserve? And how many of y'all think you don't need it? Let me ask that. I guess I should ask that. How many of y'all don't think you need a Bitcoin reserve for the family? Let me ask that. If you think you need it, let me see a thumbs up. If you think you don't need it, let me see a thumbs down. How many of y'all do not believe you need a strategic Bitcoin reserve for your family? Thumbs up if you think you need it. Thumbs down if you think you don't. Because I need to see what the crowd's like right now. I need to see what the crowd's like. This should have been the conversation at Thanksgiving Day table. This should have been the conversation. Now is the time. I'm telling y'all. Now is the time. Okay, I'm seeing thumbs up. Okay. Hold on. Let me check in with YouTube real quick. Hold on. Just getting started as a newbie, so I'm here to get it. No doubt. No doubt. New to crypto, I need it ASAP. Yeah, I dropped midnight. I dropped midnight in my Discord, I think a couple of weeks ago. Let me see. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I dropped this in my private Discord a couple of weeks ago. Let me take a look real quick. Maybe a week or two again. I think I dropped midnight. Let me take a quick look real quick. Let me see. I'm normally early. I normally try to get my people in early to some of the newer projects, especially if you're part of the New Money Matrix Discord. Hold on, let me get myself signed in. Let me get myself in here real quick. Let me get myself on the inside. I think I did drop something about let me see. Yeah, I did. On the 10th, right here. So you can see right here on the 10th, I dropped midnight. Let's see where it's at today. We got a $1.6 billion market cap. Let's see, over the last 7 days, nice. Went from 6 cents to where it's at now at 10 cents. Not too bad. Not too bad. You're only up 323% in the last 13 days. Down 15% as well in the last 13. So up from 2 cents, down from 11.8. Down from 11.8. I do have a free Discord you can join. If you're not following me, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Let me see if I can find the page. Hold on. Here we go right here. So yeah, follow my Instagram page if you can. Follow my Instagram, or 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 you can send an email to blockwallstreetwork@proton.me, and you can get access to the free Discord. Once again, that's blockwallstreetwork@proton.me, or you can visit blockwallstreet.biz. You can visit blockwallstreet.biz and get in contact with me and get access to any and everything that I do offer. Once again, that's block, not black, blockwallstreet.biz. I built this company and I'm building this movement so we can rebuild Black Wall Street. That's the overall goal of this. That's been my overall goal. This wasn't a business move. This was a movement move. You get what I mean? I just got to get more people involved. I don't think people really see what direction I'm trying to go in with this. That's why I created the Black Ledger Society, so I can see who's really serious. Right? That's why I created the Black Ledger Society. The brother Sam said, thanks to your info, bully. Hold on, this is a testimony. He said, thanks to your info, bully, I was able to retire and get off the hamster wheel at 55. That's why I support you. I appreciate that, Sam Stone. That's one hell of a testimony. That's my, those are the type of goals that I like to hear and like to see. YouTube is Chicago Crypto Hustler. YouTube is Chicago Crypto Hustler. Chicago Crypto Hustler on YouTube. Any chance we can get the replay and PDF from the workshop? I don't have access to the replays of the workshop. Y'all got to get that from Red Pill. I only, presented a portion of the information. But if you're talking about my classes, I got you. But classes that other people host and I'm just a vendor on, you got to get that from them. So I ain't got access to the class. I'm going to be honest. If I did, I'd give it to you. If I did, I'd give it to you. Right? But reach out to Red Pill. He should be forthcoming. He should definitely be forthcoming. Hey, but my man say at 55, he retired off the information I shared. Those are real testimonies. Real testimonies. I love that. I appreciate you. Also, I see that y'all have been supporting me too at the Buy Me a Coffee. I got 15 supporters now. Hey, salute. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. For anybody that wants to support my movement, wants to support me, want to support the information that I'm bringing, the way that I'm bringing it, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Block Wall Street. I got 15 top supporters. And don't think that I don't have something in store for those that support me. Don't think I don't have something in store for those that support me. All right? So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all 100%. Now let's get back to it. What they saying over here? It goes on to state that, and once again, you want to start building your family's Bitcoin reserve now. Don't wait for Bitcoin to get to 150, 175, 200,000, 250,000. And people are hearing these prices like, oh, Bitcoin's probably not going to get that high. They said Bitcoin would never get to 10,000, never get to 20,000, never get to 50,000, never get to 70,000, never get to 100,000. It's always Bitcoin's going to zero. It's always been Bitcoin's going to zero. But it doesn't. And that's why you got to pay attention to the macroeconomics of what's going on around the world and how the world is treating Bitcoin. Not how your friend says or not how one newscaster says or any of that shit, Joe. None of that. Millionaire Barber, what's going on, big homie? Peace. I appreciate you. Hey, I'm just me, man. I'm just me. I'm just me. Rich Attitude, what's the word? Hey, Rich Attitude. What's up, man? Because I think the spot that I got for this Friday, I think they flaking on me, allowing for it to be a 420 friendly spot. So I'm actually looking for an alternative. If you got an alternative that we can host the event at this Friday, where it can be 420 friendly, because that's what I prefer. If I can't do it, it's cool. I just want to bring the information. But I would prefer if we can make it 420 friendly. Or if anybody's on the live listening, if you're in Chicago, you got a spot where we can do 420 friendly events at, reach out to me. I'd rather have it 420 friendly. But if not, hey, it is what it is. Anyways, it goes on to say that Bitcoin's fixed maximum supply and dollar-denominated price have made it an effective hedge against inflation. As the fiat currency's per dollar value erodes over time and society's demand for Bitcoin as a digital store of value increases, its price has skyrocketed.
Now, why Bitcoin is the best in a supporting role and not the lead? The cryptocurrency's increasing acceptance and years of strong returns go a long way to instill confidence in owning it. Still, Bitcoin has its skeptics. Bitcoin has been highly volatile throughout its history, and you can see how Bitcoin's price frequently drops below 30% to 60% and even falls much lower on occasion. Remember, these swings have occurred in bull market for stocks. Investors have yet to see how Bitcoin performs in a prolonged bear market. Even the 2020 pandemic crash was brief. That's why you probably don't want to invest more in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies than you can afford to lose. That's why I always tell y'all, you want to put in what you're willing to lose until you turn it into what you're not willing to lose. And at that point, you want to reallocate it into things like gold, silver, land, firearms, right? Because you got to protect all this. Am I right? You got to be able to protect it all, right? But it goes on to state. It goes on to state. Just because Bitcoin has done well and there are reasons to believe that it can continue, it doesn't guarantee that Bitcoin's price will go up forever, right? The best way to utilize Bitcoin in your portfolio is to slowly and steadily buy it to hold for the long term. In other words, treat it like you would any other stock in a diversified portfolio. If you invested, say, 5% of your portfolio in Bitcoin over time, that could be enough to make a tremendous difference in your overall returns over a decade or two. For example, suppose you manage to invest $10,000 in Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's price rose by $5,000 over the next 20 years, far less than the $18,500 it has risen over the last 10 years, that investment would grow to about $500,000. Now, keep in mind that the most popular stock market index, the S&P 500, has generated an annualized return of 8% throughout history. Only 8%. So that's a nice spark for your portfolio. If something happens to Bitcoin and it doesn't work out, hey, the exposure wouldn't be enough to risk catastrophic losses. By incorporating Bitcoin's upside potential while mitigating its downside risk with the proper portfolio construction, the flagship cryptocurrency can help you retire a millionaire. And that's generational wealth for most investors. And this Friday, that's why I'm going to be showing you how a simple investment in Bitcoin could earn you more Bitcoin without you ever having to put another dollar in. Listen to what I'm telling you. There's ways you can invest in Bitcoin and earn more Bitcoin without ever having to put another dollar in. Do y'all hear me? We're going to be talking about that. Not even talking about it. I'm going to be showing you. It ain't even a talk. I'm going to be showing you how it worked this Friday. Right? I'm actually going to be showing you. So, now let's take a look at something. Right? Let's take a look at something. We're talking long term. We're talking long term. What we want to take a look at here, let's say last 10 years, right? Last 10 years. Let's mark it to now. So what are we looking at? This what I'm showing you right now will not break the bank, okay? This will not break the bank, all right? Oh, this is Ethereum. Hold on. We want to do Bitcoin. Ethereum ain't too bad, though. $1 invested into Ethereum over the last 10 years. You would have invested $3,654. You would now be sitting with $1 a day, mind you. $1. You'd be sitting on $311,022. How many of you have ever seen this amount of money in your life? And if you haven't, why wouldn't you risk $1 a day at least? To possibly, hey, if it doesn't work, you can't miss $1 a day? Am I wrong here? Can you not miss $1 a day? If I'm wrong, somebody tell me. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me. Now, this is Ethereum. We weren't even focused on Ethereum. We were looking at Bitcoin, but this is still good. And look at the dips. Even though it's dipped down hard, look at the profit you're in. $1 a day. I'm not telling you to go out and day trade. Now imagine this. Imagine this now. Imagine that $1 a day, right? Imagine that $1 a day. Salam alaikum, Mark. What's going on? Hey, let's check out that spot you got, because I think you said it was 420 friendly, right? Over there around the corner. If you can, bro, DM me. I want to check out that spot to see if we can do something for this Friday, because the spot that I got, I don't think they're going to let me do the 420 friendly. I want somewhere 420 friendly. So if you got a spot where we can do a 420 friendly event this Friday, reach out to me, y'all. Reach out to me. Now, what I was saying is that this is $1 a day, right? Imagine you're able to do that $1 a day But then with that dollar, you're able to earn interest on top of it, right? Or earn rewards. Let me use staking rewards in a sense, because that's more halal, right? Let's say you're able to stake $1 a day, which then brings you more return in the underlying asset. That means you would have spent $3,654, but because the Ethereum that you're buying is earning more Ethereum on top of it, that $311,000, which is over $500,000, actually amplifies it. It actually amplifies it. Now let's see what Bitcoin would have been. That ain't too bad with Ethereum. Let's see what it would have been with Bitcoin. Probably not as much, but some not too bad still. Still not too bad. $1 a day. $1 a day over the last 10 years. How many of you do not think you could put $1 to the side a day over the next 10 years from right now? NFT Barb, I got you. I'm going to be taking a look at that today. Let me ask that. How many of you do not think you can do $1 a day for the next 10 years and allow it to change your life? And we're just talking $1. Look at this. Imagine, right? Let's go back to Ethereum real quick. Imagine you was able to talk you and two of your siblings or you and two of your friends. So you're like, you know what? We're going to do $3 a day collectively. $3 a day collectively over the last 10 years. You and two of your friends, you and two of your siblings, you and your significant other and whoever else. Or you and your significant other. Y'all do $1.50 a day. Y'all would have put in the bank. If you would have put it in the bank, you would put in $10,962. But if you would have allocated it towards Ethereum, you'd be almost at $1 million right now. $933,067 off $3 a day. Why is it so hard to understand this? Long and steady wins the race. Remember those old cartoons they used to show us, the tortoise and the hare? Slow and steady. Did I say long and steady? Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Pause. Slow and steady wins the race. Right? With a long-term view. Now imagine that same $3 on Bitcoin. Now that 10,900 turns into 296,000, over a quarter million. In fact, you know what? I had that other one where I said over $500,000. I meant over $250,000 before. When we were looking at the 311,000, I just realized what I said. I said it was over $500,000 and it wasn't. It was over $250,000 that you would have been able to accumulate over a 10-year span. But this is with $3 a day though. Who's gonna miss $3 a day? You know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? That $3 a day is going to get up, and you're going to see it dip down, and you're going to get scared and sell it. Let's say you do the $3 a day, right? And let's say this 10,000 gets somewhere around 100,000, and then it starts dipping down like this, right? So look at this. Look at this. You went from a total of 202,000 all the way down to $56,000. If you got scared and sold, you wouldn't have seen the return and then the continuation. You get what I mean? It's not all lollipops and gumdrops. You're going to see some drawdowns. But you got to have discipline, though. You know what I mean? You got to have some type of discipline. Okay? So once again, I'm telling y'all, you ain't got to break the bank in order to invest and secure your future. We're looking at a long, drawn-out 10-year mark right now. Let me pull it back. If you just do one, what do I tell y'all? $1 a day keeps poverty away, right? Ain't that the motto? $1 a day can help keep poverty away. Ain't that? What did my man just share? What did he say? Just peep the testimonials. Okay? So $1 a day is really all you need. Now, if you can do more, hey, kudos. $2 a day gets you 197,000 over the last 10 years. $3 a day gets you 296,000. $4 a day gets you 395,000. And $5 a day gets you almost to $500,000. So that's you and four of your friends. That's you and four of your friends each putting $1 a day towards something. Now remember, over the last 10 years, all you saved up was $18,270. That in and of itself is still cool, but it ain't $500,000 though. It ain't $500,000. Right? 773 DBTV, what's going on, big homie? I appreciate the invite to be on your podcast. Hopefully we can set something up for 2026. I would love to connect with you. So now, what else is going on in the market? Crypto market today, gold token shine. as Bitcoin rises to 90,000? Tell them, do they wait? What? Tell them, do they Googles? How do you feel? I don't understand. I don't understand the question. Numerology and astrology, Bitcoin should do. Nah, I don't go off that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't go off that shit. I go off technical analysis. I'm not gonna allow somebody to tell me that they think Bitcoins. Now, I do use. Let me say this. Let me say this. And people have known I've been doing this for the last couple of years. I do use astrology to an extent, right? As far as moon cycles, the solstice, the equinox, and whatnot. But I'm not gonna allow them to just be like, "Hey, next year is gonna be bad for Bitcoin," and place my money on that bet. Fuck no. I'm gonna place my money where my mouth is by using my own technical analysis. This is one thing I don't do, y'all. This is why I try to teach y'all how to read this. I don't let no outside influence dictate where I put my money. None. It's all a decision I make based off the information I've been able to acquire, collect, but it's more so based off the TA. For me, it's more so based off TA. Because you'll have a motherfucker like, hey, next year Bitcoin's going to be terrible. And Bitcoin shines because of whatever, right? More sovereign wealth funds come and buy it up. More companies buy it up. Now next year it's sitting at 250,000, but you didn't buy it because the astrologer or the astronomer or the numerology specialist told you it was going to be a bad year. Fuck that. No, sir, not me. If it's going to be a bad year, I'm going to be able to tell it's going to be a bad year. You get what I'm saying? Me, myself, and I. No fortune tellers, no crystal balls. Me. Moving right along. Gold tokens are rising. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to what's going on with gold and silver. I mean, I've been telling y'all to buy silver since it was what? $16, $17, $20, $25. It's sitting at $68 right now. This is silver right now. I'm talking about batshit crazy. This is silver. How many of y'all remember me telling y'all to buy silver when it was $20, $30, $40? In fact, I just sold a lot of my silver when it was somewhere around $50 to y'all. A lot of y'all bought a lot of my physical silver that I myself bought way back here, right? I bought the majority of my silver back here, some of it back here, right? So the majority of my silver that I bought was purchased somewhere between, what is this, the 2020, okay, that's a 2020 market crash. Somewhere around this area down here. This is where I bought the majority of my silver. So I just sold the majority of it up here. Now, what did I do? Did that take me directly out of silver? No. What I did was I took the capital. I went and opened up silver futures trades. So I'm still in silver, but it's a lot more liquid now. And I got more access to the capital. Can do what I want with it. Right? So I gave up the tangible ownership of it to have a non-tangible ownership ownership over the price action versus having the actual physical. I still do have physical, right? I do still have physical. In fact, I just took a loan against some of my silver, utilizing my revocable trust through UPMA. I just took a loan out against my silver to take care of some financial responsibilities I had. Where can I go invest on gold and silver? If you want physical gold and silver, you can go to I like JM Bullion because they let you use crypto. So you can go to JM Bullion. This is why I like to purchase my physical gold and silver from. If you want futures contracts, just go to not any decentralized exchange, but you can use Advantis. They got liquid futures contracts on gold and silver. AVANTIS. You can check them out. That'll put you in a position to get some gold and silver. What do you think about pawn shop loans? Nah, me personally, I wouldn't do it because I have other options. If I want to take a loan out on gold and silver, I'm gonna do it through my trust. I'm not gonna go to a pawn shop personally. So me personally, because of what I have at my fingertips, I personally would not go to a pawn shop and take out a loan. I also think they got predatory interest rates. You know what I'm saying? I think they got predatory interest rates over there too. Anyways, it was on a state that gold-backed tokens like Tether Gold, XAUT have reached record highs, reflecting the surge in gold prices. Bitcoin rose to 89,800 as the dollar index dropped and technology stocks rose. Curve Dow rejected a proposal to allocate 17.45 million Curve tokens to development, citing concerns over transparency. What's going on, Curve? But focusing on gold, it goes on to state that gold surged to records, bringing cheer to digital tokens backed by the metal traditionally seen as a haven investment. The largest gold-backed token by market value rose to an all-time high of $4,425, while PAX-G and Kinesis, that's what it is. Kinesis Gold also rose, lifting the total market value of gold-backed tokens to $4.38 billion. Hey, if you don't know yet that I be so on point with my motherfucking classes, yo, shout out to anybody that took the gold and Bitcoin opportunity class a couple of weeks ago, which I showed you in the class how you can take gold, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies and get paid passively from them. Next Era Gamer, what's going on, big homie? It's been a minute. So anybody that took this class, well, I'm showing you how you can buy gold, hold gold, and earn more gold. Those positions that we opened up during class are in profit. Not only are you earning more gold, you're earning more Bitcoin and more Ethereum along with the gold. So now you got a long-term position that's going to pay you out more gold, more Bitcoin, more Ethereum every single day. Shout out to those that took this class. This is another thing we're going to be covering this Friday for those that missed it. Also, everything on my website is at discount for the rest of the year. We got a couple of days left. Everything's at a discount for the rest of the year if you want to take advantage of it. That is blockwallstreet.biz. blockwallstreet.biz. This class right here is a handful. This definitely should be one that's in your portfolio if it's not already, in my humble opinion. But the message is clear. Investors are still hedging macro uncertainty rather than leaning aggressively into risk. I mean, if you look at it, right, what better than Bitcoin and gold would you want to hold over the next 10 years as a kind of a more insurance hedge against inflation? Altcoins, you kind of want to cycle with those a little bit. But as far as like me knowing for sure, these two right here are going to bring me long-term exposure to wealth at a steady rate. Not something too inflated, not something too pumped, even though you can see Bitcoin catch up and surpass gold. That just means that I'm making that much more in my liquidity provisions. Why wouldn't I do that? These are generational plays that I'm trying to bring to y'all. These aren't, let me say that too, these aren't overnight plays that I'm bringing y'all. These aren't, the trade. This is the trade. Take this one trade and it's over with. I don't teach that, Joe. I don't teach that. All right? Anyways, the divergence continue to cap enthusiasm for crypto even as liquidity conditions improve. BRN's head of research, Timothy Mercer, said in an email, Bitcoin, referred to by some followers as digital gold, rose to 89,800 while the dollar index dropped and technology stocks lifted Asian equity indexes higher. Notably, heavyweight chip makers, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, and Samsung Electronics gained, helping calm fears of an AI bubble. Futures tied to the S&P 500 advanced roughly 0.3%. Pointing to a positive U.S. Open on Monday. While the price uptick is encouraging, a sustained recovery will require a renewed appetite for institutional investment vehicles, while currently appeared to have cooled. Last week, digital asset investment products listed worldwide registered a net outflow for the first time in 4 weeks, losing about $952 million according to data source coin shares. Small potatoes. Market stability. So these are the derivative insights. Market stability has yet to galvanize demand for renewed risk-taking. Futures are painting a mixed picture, with Bitcoin, ETH, HYPE, and BNB seeing small increases in open interest over the last 24 hours. Other major cryptocurrencies have seen capital outflows. Bitcoin longs raised with borrowed money continue to rise on Bitfinex. Historically, this has been a feature of sustained bear markets. Bitcoin's 30-day implied volatility remains steady at around 45%, pointing to dull trading as the year draws to a close. Ether's 30-day implied volatility dropped to 70%, the lowest since October 9th. And the Chicago Mercantile Exchange open interest in Bitcoin futures dropped below 120,000 Bitcoin for the first time since early 2024. That's a sign of dwindling institutional participation. Now, Bitcoin Cash, Shiba Inu, World Liberty Financial, and TON are seeing negative funding rates in perpetual markets, indicating a bias for short positions. Funding rates for major remain mildly positive. On Durbit, block flows paint a mixed picture with both Bitcoin call and put spreads crossing the table. They're talking about the options. In Ethereum's case, though, traders chase calendar spreads. Yeah, I don't like Glint because they use your social. I prefer to use UPMA. I don't like Glint. I was there when Glint first introduced it. No, I was there when Dr. Phil Valentine first introduced Glint to Brother Rich's community. Checked it out. I don't like them. I prefer to use things that aren't trying to tap into that corporate entity. So I passed up on using Glint just for the simple fact that they asked for my social security number. UPMA don't ask for my social security number. So I choose the bank with gold and silver with UPMA. And I can do gold, silver, gold backs, take out loans against my gold, silver, gold backs, and I'm able to lease my silver, my gold backs. So right now I'm leasing gold backs. I've got a loan out against gold backs and silver and gold. And I'm happy where I'm at right now. So yeah, I kind of voted out to use Glint. I'm cool on them personally. I'm cool on them. But no, I mean, if you're looking at what's probably going to be the most sustained hold over the next 10 to 20 years, maybe the next 10 years, probably going to be gold and Bitcoin, man. So now, why wouldn't you want to be able to acquire each one? Like I said, when I try to show people, everybody, let me say this. A lot of people that come to me and want to learn about this stuff, their main thing is I want to trade. I want to trade. I want to day trade. Look, that shit's cool, but we're living in a new era, a new world where we can just get paid off the day traders every day. And that's what I prefer to do. Why would I day trade when I can just get paid off of those that do day trade? Win, lose, or draw, I'm going to get paid. Ain't that a much better outcome? Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong. What would y'all prefer? To learn the day trade, right? Win, lose, draw, right? That's you taking the win, the loss, or the draw. Or be the one that gets paid off the day traders. So win, lose, or draw, you're going to make money off of every trade they made. Hey, I don't know. I like to be the bank, man. I like to be big bank Hank. You get what I'm saying? You know? Yeah, I just posted that on my page not too long ago about Oro. Where is it at? I just posted that on my page. Ah, come on. Y'all not gonna let me scroll through the whole thing? They super petty. Hold on. Let me see how far down I can get without them trying to block me and make me sign in. Yeah, they gonna keep doing it. But yeah, I posted Oro on my page maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. No doubt, no doubt. I'm gonna reach out to you, NFT Barber. That's a good move. Make money from the trades, just long term investing. That's what I'm saying. I'm long term investing. Why wouldn't I want to make money off of everybody that's short term investing? I'm telling y'all, that's the lick, Joe. That's the lick. Some of y'all might not even understand what I'm saying, but I'm trying to get y'all like real jewels, real gems. Shit you can take to the bank. Right? What classes do you have to begin your method? I mean, really, any of them we go into it, but if you're not familiar with it, I mean, you can check out the gold just to get started. You can check out the golden Bitcoin opportunity. I go into that during this class, and I actually show you how to open the positions. Next Era Game said, "Bully is teaching how to understand and think, which is far more powerful than a quick play." 100%. I appreciate that, brother. 100%. And that's what I'm really trying to get y'all to do. I'm really trying to get y'all to understand how you maneuver through this space. Right now, 90% of people are just looking for somebody to tell them what coin to buy because it's going to go up. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Ain't that what the majority of people just want? Tell me what to buy before it goes up. Ain't that what they looking for? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. The majority of people come over. Ain't that what they looking for? The easy play. What's the next Bitcoin? What's the next Shiba? What's the next Doge? That's what they looking for. I'm trying to give y'all a new mindset. I'm trying to give y'all a wealthy mindset, which is then going to allow you to accumulate wealth. Them quick plays ain't going to allow you to accumulate no wealth. Easy come, easy go. Believe you me, I did the streets for 15, maybe 20 plus. Let me see. From 12 years old, we'll say jumping off the porch more around 15 to 25 to 35. No, I did more than 20 years in the street. So believe you me, I'm accustomed to quick money. That shit don't never last. Hey, look, I ain't gonna say that, but it don't never last. Real talk, Sam Harris. Hey, look, you know what's crazy? Somebody was asking me like what, like who is Joe? You know how we be talking out here, like how you just said, you providing generational change, Joe. That's how we talk. Like, damn, Joe. Somebody's like, who's Joe? I'm like, there is nobody named Joe. It's just a slang term we use out here in Chicago. That's interesting that I think you say it in text form. You always told us comprehension before compensation. That's always been the thing. Comprehension before compensation. Because if you come over here trying to get compensated and you don't have any type of comprehension, you're going to lose your compensation. Do we understand that? Do we understand that? Right? Once again, end of the year wealth strategy class going on in Chicago, but I do have virtual tickets available. Virtual tickets are available, right? You can get them on the website, blockwallstreet.biz. This is going to be a 5+ hour event, right? 5+ hour event. I got a spot, but I'm trying to find somewhere that's going to guarantee me that it can be 420 friendly. I'm trying to find somewhere that's going to guarantee me that it can be 420 friendly, right? So if anybody out there in the Chicagoland area got a spot we could blow at with a nice screen, good Wi-Fi, reach out to me. They want you to be a genie in a bottle, but you want us to think 100%. That's what they want. They want me to be a genie in a bottle. Just tell them, like, it's a pet peeve of mine. Now, well, let me not say shit like that. It don't even matter. But yeah, they want me to be a genie in a bottle, and I'm trying to give them an Einstein brain. You know what I'm saying? But hey, what can you do? What can you do? You know? Yeah, what time is it? What time is it? Okay, it's going on 12:30 now. We've been live for about an hour and a half, man. Let's open up the door for questions and comments. Any questions or comments? Any questions? You know what I'm gonna start doing though? I'm gonna start putting my link out there for people that may want to come on and speak. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start making it so y'all can come on if you want to share something. In fact, let me do that real quick. I'm gonna try something I've never done before. I can only probably bring in a couple of people, but I'm gonna try something I've never done before. Hold on. I'm gonna share my invite link. And I'm gonna put it in the chat on YouTube. So if you want to talk, first come, first serve. And I think I can only have like 5 or 7 people on. Let me see who wants to come in. I'm about to put the link on YouTube. So if you want to come in, you want to go to Chicago Crypto Hustler on YouTube. I'm about to put my invite link in there. And for the last 7-8 minutes, I'm gonna let people come on, share whatever testimonies they want, if they want to. Whatever information. If you want to share, what have you gotten off what I've been sharing? It's the end of the year. I might as well start doing this for the rest of the year. Man. Getting some feedback from the community that I've been serving for the last 8-9 years. 7-8 years. Maybe 8-9 years. Something to that effect. So if you want to come on the live, head over to Chicago Crypto Hustler on YouTube. I'm going to drop the link in the chat so you can tap in. All right? Hold on. Let me get it over there real quick. 100%. That's why liquidity pools are important. Hey, I'm going to tell you something. That's the alpha businessman or woman's play. Liquidity pools. You want to be the bank. It ain't nothing better than being the bank, in my humble opinion. Nothing better than being the bank, in my humble opinion. So the chat link has been dropped in the chat. First come, first serve. If you get to it first, let you come on, say a couple of words. Let the next person come on, say a couple of words. I like this interactiveness. Maybe you got a question or something. As long as it's not too long-winded, I'll be able to answer it. We'll do this till 12:30. We got about 5 minutes. For people to come on. Well, it's 12:30, then I got to get on. Or you can just ask a question from the live. You ain't even got to come on. If you got a question, a comment, a testimony, anything you want to share, go ahead and put it out there now. I'm looking for questions, comments, testimonies. What's the gift? This Friday, Chicago. Tap in. I want to see y'all come out. Let me see who we got coming on. Give y'all a couple of minutes. If there's no questions, comments, no testimonies, you already know we can get on about our day. I'm glad I was able to bring some vital information for the community. Hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully it was motivational. Hopefully it puts you in a state of mind where if you haven't yet started making those investments, maybe you're like, okay, maybe it's time for me to start making those investments. Maybe it's time. Once again, I appreciate everybody that supported me at Block Wall Street. BuyMeACoffee.com. Not Black Wall Street. My apologies. Block Wall Street. I appreciate all supporters of Block Wall Street and the movement that I got going on. Let's close this. Let's close this year out in a positive note. Let's close this year out burning, learning, and earning. That's what I'm trying to do. So once again, if you want to support me, the movement, and this is all for y'all, you want to go to buymeacoffee.com/Block Wall Street. All right? Block Wall Street. Okay, we got somebody coming to the stage. Golden TDF. What's going on, big homie?
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yep, you coming through clearly.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for everything you do. I've been listening to you for a while.
How long you been tapped in for?
Since you been on Brother Rich, like the first class you did.
So that was what, 2020, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, it was somewhere around that time.
Yeah, somewhere around 2020. Hey, I appreciate your due diligence, man. And, it takes a
Yeah,
lot to stick with it over these last couple of years.
definitely. I've been DCing, but the thing is, it's so funny. I remember you telling us, if you not sure, just buy Bitcoin. You feel me?
Yep.
And I was, FOMO. I was trying to chase the next big thing. And when I look back, I lost a lot of money. But guess what?
What up?
I also learned a lot.
Yep, we learn from our mistakes. In fact, they're not even mistakes; they just lessons. That's how I like to look at them. They lessons. So that's comprehension before during compensation. That he learned, he took his hits. That now he understands how the game is played. Now he can better strategize for the next 5 years because he just did 5 years, going on 6 years in the space. So now he can move on to the next 5 to 6 years.
And it's crazy because now I really know how to maneuver through this new system.
Beautiful.
And it's all because of you. Like I ain't never heard nobody else talk about stuff the way you do it when it come down to this financial stuff.
Hey, no, it's all about bringing the information, man. It's all about bringing the information and sharing it. And I said this years ago, like that's a part of love that the community is missing. When the community used to engage and bring informative information within the community, sharing information, sharing vital and beneficial information is a form of love, and we ain't got that no more. Everybody likes to hold shit to their chest and make you pay top dollar for it, and a lot of times the shit you paying for ain't even worth the money you've spent. You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So now I appreciate you coming on. I had somebody just come on the lab. Y'all left. I was going to bring you right on. My apology. If you want to come back on, slide back on. Once again, the link is in the comment section of YouTube. So anybody that wants to come on, share any type of testimony or anything like that. If you got a question, go ahead and tap in. Brother, I appreciate you popping in, man. You want to leave anything in closing?
That's it. I'm at work. I can't really, really talk the way I want to.
Nah,
But
hey, you all good. My man's at work tapping in. That's even more of a testimony. He said, I'm at work tapping into the info.
yeah, I
Man,
just had to make sure. I had to thank you for everything you do. Because trust me, it's not on deaf ears. It's definitely people out here listening and really taking that information and really trying to help their family.
man, I appreciate that. And that's all I want, Joe. That right there is enough. That right there is enough, bro. I appreciate you coming on and sharing, family. I wish you nothing but wealth and health in the future, moving forward.
All right, appreciate it. Same to you, brother.
Man, appreciate you, bro. Peace. Anybody else want to tap on? Anybody else want to tap in? Let me see. I downloaded Rabby, just not how to okay. If you want to learn how to navigate the Rabby wallet, I do have a let me see. What course would you want? I think I got an introduction to wallets here. Let me see if I can find it though. Let me see. Yep, introduction to crypto wallets. And I'm gonna introduce you to a couple of different wallets. So this is the one you want right here. If you want to learn how to navigate Rabby. Like I said, everything on my website is at a discount right now. Blockwallstreet.biz. Is there a specific minimum price to obtain a Bitcoin mortgage? Not really. Not really. I mean, you can open up. I showed the students how to open up a mortgage with $10. You get what I'm saying? So they open up a $10 mortgage, and I think it was for like $500 worth of Bitcoin or something like that. If you want to open up a $500 mortgage, it'll cost you only $10. So Viola Village could be a great spot to host a smoke-friendly event. I'm not familiar with that. Viola Village. Let me look that up real quick. I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar at all. Viola Village. Hold on. Viola. That's in Chicago. What hood is it in? Where is this at? Oh wow. Where is this at though? Oh, this is in Wisconsin. If I'm right, this is in Wisconsin, right? What are your thoughts on Kava right now, Bully? I'm holding quite a bit. Let's take a look at Kava real quick. Kava's been disappointing. Kava's been disappointing. Let's take a look and see what it's doing now. Let's see. Let's go USD. What happened, Kava? Shit at the bed. What is this? The monthly? Yeah, this last month right here, it took a toll. What I'd like to see is what's going on in the space that made it take out this last low right here. Let me see. So what I do, I'll go to Twitter. Velo. We can take a look at Velo here in a minute too. Hold on. While that pulls up, take a look at Velo real quick. Velo's still looking good, holding the channel. You're at your least risky area to make a position because anything outside of the channel, from a trader's aspect, you don't want to be in. But if this is the bottom, right? If we are looking at this being the bottom of the channel and then looking to make the move north, then it would be the most, the best position possible from a technical standpoint. The best position possible from a technical standpoint on Velo. Let me see Twitter. Let's see what's going on. I thought I was signed into Twitter. Huh. I thought I was signed into Twitter. Interesting. Let me see if we can. Let's see if we can see what's going on just from a general interface. Kava chain. Let me go check out Instagram too. I don't want to ignore anybody. Any recommendations on trading in Europe? It don't matter where you trade. Use DeFi. It don't matter where you at. It's probably easier for you to trade using DeFi in Europe than it is in the US. Financial education is just a new language for most, so it's best to learn from someone that speaks the same lingo. I agree with that. I agree with that, Sam. Definitely agree with that. Definitely agree. Hi, Bully. You ever use pocket options? Nah, I trade DeFi options. Full spectrum light. I prefer to trade DeFi options. Mainly on Hedgic. They ain't not showing me nothing. But let's go to Hedgic real quick. So the majority of options I trade over here. This is where I trade the majority of my options contracts at. Right? Once again, we taking questions, we taking comments. I'm letting people come on the live if they want to. The link is in the comment section on YouTube. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes to see if anybody comes on. If nobody comes on, I appreciate everybody that was able to tune in, tap in. Once again, we got the end of the year wealth strategy class going on in Chicago and virtually. If you want to get a virtual ticket and pull up, you can do that. It is available on my website, blockwallstreet.biz. Go to upcoming events and courses. You're gonna see the link there. As soon as you purchase it, you should get the invite link virtually, and then I'll be emailing out the address. I want to just make sure they're gonna let me do this in a 420 spot. Like I said, if you're in Chicago and you got an alternative that I might be able to use that you know for sure, we can do 420 friendly there. Please reach out to me. It's on the 26th, this Friday. This is the day after Christmas. Is Avi a good buy right now? And look, I don't give financial advice. I don't tell people so much like, is it a good buy? I can tell you if it's a less risky position from a trader's aspect, but I can't tell you if it's good to buy though. You kind of get what I'm saying. You've had a 61.8% correction here. You're at your 6-1 there. You're making a double bottom right here. You could see a bounce off 159. If we lose that, though, you do risk traveling down to 111. But if we do bounce off 159, we should see a move north towards 192 and 225, picking ourselves back up. Yes, a black-owned dispensary that is in Chicago. Who is that? Sin Skate Club. I think you came on the live. Come back on the live. I think you were going to share something. Come back on the live, bro. I think that was you that came on the live just a minute ago, but you left before I could click on your name to bring you on. Appreciate Born Majesty. I appreciate that. This is like, I didn't even know I could get paid on YouTube. But I appreciate the 5 bones. I definitely appreciate that. Appreciate the support. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know how to get the money off of YouTube. I don't even know how to get the money off here. I'm gonna figure it out though. That's why I like using buymeacoffee.com/Block Wall Street for those that may want to support. Simon, if you're earning more kava, I would say I would keep it what it is. I wouldn't, probably wouldn't want. Do you want to cut? You know what I would look for actually? You know what I would look for? This is what I would look for honestly, right? This is what I would look for, just so you can kind of reallocate. Let me see. This isn't financial advice. This is just how I would go about it, right? What I would do is I would look for a lending and borrowing platform, and I would take out a loan against my available kava. That way I can reallocate the capital elsewhere. Maybe even take out a short on kava and trade, opposite and hedge it. You know what I mean? Once again, not financial advice, just my own personal opinion. So let me see. You got kava lend. You got Terra where you can lend. You got CDPs online. You'd probably be better off looking at kava lend. With a Friday class. Yes, every class I hold is always recorded. Every class I hold is always recorded. So Simon, if I'm not mistaken, you're not in the U.S. I believe you're in Poland. If I'm not mistaken, we've had a couple of one-on-one consultations. I appreciate you, brother. You should be able to access this, though. You should be able to access this. And then, like I said, what I would do personally, I would take out a loan against my holders of kava, and then I would reallocate that amount of the loan capital either to hedge it or find a more favorable position. Once again, it's not financial advice, though. I want you to know it's not financial advice. They do binary to a micro, or do you think it's a waste because it's kind of gambling? What, with options? No, I don't think options. Me personally, I don't think options is gambling. I don't think options is gambling. I think you got to be strategic about how you go about it. But I think options is more like insurance, right? And a lot of, well, let me not say people use it wrong. A way that you're supposed to look at options, or no, a way you can. Let me not say you're supposed to do anything. A way you can look at options, right? Let's say that you're holding Bitcoin or Ethereum and you're long on those, but we're looking to see, a dip in price, and we're still kind of by the highs. What it allows you to do, and it allows you to trade the opposite and open up some puts. That way, if you're losing on the long position, you're making money on the short position or on the put positions. But then at the same token, you can do the same thing with futures contracts. You know what I mean? So it's really about how you want to go about it. It's really about how you want to go about it. I wouldn't call them. I wouldn't call them gambling though, not options. Me personally. No, thank you for asking the question. Thank you for asking the question. Like I said, if y'all in the Chicagoland area, pop out this weekend or this week. We're definitely going to kick it after the class is over. I got a spot we can go to, grab us some drinks. If you drink, that is. Like I said, I'm looking for the 420. I got a spot now, but they're saying that they don't know if we can do 420 friendly, depending on the manager. And I don't like that wishy-washy stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't like wishy-washy stuff. I like, hey, look, let me know what I can and can't do. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what I can and can't do. But anyways, let me change my perspective. Yeah, it's all about changing our perspective sometimes. Everything's a mindset for me. Everything's a mindset for me. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a mindset. But yeah, if y'all can reach out, let me know if you got a 420 friendly spot. We can do this Friday's class. If not, I'm gonna have to stick where I'm at. If you want to get a virtual seat, go ahead and visit the website blockwallstreet.biz. If you missed this live, please go back and watch it. It's an hour and a half of pure game, pure motivation. I appreciate and love you all. Until the next one, peace, power, and prosperity, family. I am out of here.